Pull up a chair, settle in, make yourself comfortable. This story might just raise the hair on your arms. It's a tale that blends historical fact with uncanny coincidence, a narrative that blurs the line between fiction and prophecy. Back in the 1890s, a time of horse-drawn carriages and gas-lit streets, Ingersoll Lockwood was a lawyer and writer, a man of words navigating the complexities of the late Victorian era, who penned a couple of odd children's books, whimsical stories, seemingly innocent, yet harboring a strange prescience. For over a century they sat forgotten, gathering dust on library shelves and in forgotten attics. Their pages remained unturned, their secrets undisturbed. The books told of a wealthy boy named Baron Trump, a privileged young man born into immense fortune, living in a castle and embarking on bizarre adventures. His escapades were fantastical, his world filled with peculiar characters and improbable scenarios. Titles like Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey and Baron Trump and His Wonderful Dog were little more than curiosities, quaint relics of a bygone era, dismissed as simple children's stories. But the past has a way of resurfacing, often in the most unexpected ways, bringing forgotten stories back into the light. During the 2016 election, as the world watched with bated breath, the internet rediscovered these books, their digital pages suddenly illuminated by the glow of modern screens, and the name Baron Trump sent shockwaves online. The uncanny resemblance to a certain political figure was impossible to ignore. Suddenly, Lockwood was no longer a forgotten author, relegated to the dusty corners of literary history, but a supposed prophet, a visionary who had somehow glimpsed the future. People wondered, how could he have known? What strange magic or foresight allowed him to pen such a peculiar and seemingly prescient tale? Was it coincidence, a bizarre quirk of fate, or something deeper, something hinting at hidden forces at play? The books, once obscure, became hot property, sought after by collectors and curious minds alike, as readers searched for clues connecting them to the present, poring over every word, every illustration, seeking some hidden meaning. It was the start of a mystery, a literary enigma that captivated the world. That pulled everyone down a rabbit hole of speculation, conspiracy theories, and endless debate. A historical puzzle, defying easy explanation, challenging our understanding of time, fate, and the power of storytelling. Sometimes the strangest stories are the ones that refuse to stay buried, the ones that claw their way back into the collective consciousness. And this one was just getting started. The mystery of Ingersoll Lockwood and his Baron Trump books had only just begun to unfold. Let's talk about Baron Trump, Lockwood's curious hero. Born into wealth, living in Castle Trump, he was restless and adventurous, never content with luxury. Guided by a wise mentor named Don, Baron's first adventure takes him to Russia, where he faces wild escapades and meets strange characters. In the second book, he discovers a portal in the Ural Mountains, plunging into a bizarre underground world. He must use his wits to survive and return home. The stories are classic adventures, but the details, Baron, Don, Russia, start to feel eerily familiar. Lockwood's protagonist is clever, bold, and always chasing the unknown. He's a young man of privilege, guided by Don, unafraid to dive into the strange. Lockwood couldn't have known how memorable that name would become. He was just spinning a yarn, or so it seemed. But the echoes would grow louder with time. Here's where things take a turn. Venturing into the realm of the uncanny. We're about to explore a series of strange connections, a web of details that seem to defy simple explanation. Prepare to delve into a world where fact and fiction blur, where historical echoes resonate in the present day. Baron Trump isn't exactly a household name, nor is it a moniker you stumble upon every day. It's a rather unique and uncommon name, especially considering the context we're about to uncover. But it's not just the name itself. It's the combination of details, the convergence of seemingly unrelated elements that's truly uncanny. It's the way these pieces fit together, forming a puzzle that challenges our understanding of coincidence. In the books, young Baron is guided on his adventures, mentored by a character named Don. This figure serves as a guide, a confidant, and a source of wisdom for the protagonist. In real life, Baron Trump is, of course, the son of Donald Trump, a prominent figure in modern history and a name synonymous with power and influence. The connection is undeniable. The spelling is off by one letter, a minor variation in the written form of the name. But despite this slight difference, the parallel is hard to ignore, especially when considered alongside the other striking similarities. It's a thread that connects the past and the present in a most peculiar way. Then there's the location, a specific place that further deepens the mystery. Lockwood's later book specifically mentions a Fifth Avenue hotel, a landmark in the bustling metropolis. This hotel is situated in New York, a city that serves as a backdrop for both the fictional narrative and the real-life saga. This location is the future site of Trump Tower, an iconic skyscraper that dominates the Manhattan skyline and stands as a symbol of the Trump Organization. Back in the 1890s, it was just another address, one among many in a rapidly growing city. Today, it's the epicenter of the Trump empire, a focal point for political protest and a symbol of contemporary Manhattan. It's not just one coincidence. It's a tapestry, intricately woven with threads of the past and present. The boy's name, his mentor's presence, and the significance of the location all contribute to this strange narrative. When you lay out the facts, examine the evidence, and consider the connections, it becomes increasingly hard to dismiss these similarities as mere chance. The odds of all these details aligning in such a specific and meaningful way are statistically long, stretching the boundaries of probability. It feels less like a random occurrence, a simple twist of fate, and more like a deliberate message, carefully placed and left to be discovered within the pages of a dusty old book. Was Ingersoll Lockwood simply lucky, blessed with an uncanny ability to predict the future? Or was something far stranger at play, something beyond our current understanding of reality? The coincidences continue to pile up, each one daring us to look closer, to question the nature of reality itself. Sometimes the past seems to echo forward through the corridors of time, manifesting in ways that defy logical explanation, leaving us to grapple with the inexplicable. And sometimes those echoes resonate with such force that they become impossible to ignore, demanding our attention and challenging our perceptions. The mystery deepens, pulling us further into its enigmatic depths, leaving us with more questions than answers. Lockwood wrote another book, a dark political novel from 1896. It opens in a chaotic New York, right after the election of an outsider candidate. Mobs filled the streets, fearing disaster. The Fifth Avenue Hotel is the center of the storm. The new president is a populist hero to some, a dangerous demagogue to others. The city is divided, the nation on edge. The parallels to 2016 are uncanny. Outsider victory, protest, division, and chaos. Lockwood's fiction reads like a prophecy, one that feels all too real. Now the story takes a turn, venturing into the realms of science and long-held secrets. We're about to explore a connection that intertwines genius, government intrigue, and the tantalizing possibility of bending time itself. Enter Nikola Tesla, the visionary inventor, a man whose mind sparked with ideas far ahead of his time. He was a pioneer in electrical engineering, with inventions that shaped the modern world. His name is synonymous with innovation and a relentless pursuit of scientific breakthroughs. And then there's John G. Trump, a highly respected MIT professor, a brilliant scientist in his own right, and perhaps surprisingly, Donald Trump's uncle. His expertise lay in electrical engineering, much like Tesla himself, setting the stage for an unexpected intersection of their paths. When Tesla died in 1943, alone in his room at the New Yorker Hotel, the U.S. government, concerned about the potential misuse of his groundbreaking inventions during wartime, swiftly seized all of his papers and research. They feared his inventions could fall into the wrong hands, potentially altering the course of the war. John Trump, with his esteemed scientific background, was tasked with the critical responsibility of reviewing Tesla's extensive and complex body of work. He was to determine if any of it posed a threat to national security or held any significant military value. Officially, after careful examination, he concluded that Tesla's research held nothing of immediate value or danger. The government report stated that there were no imminent threats or groundbreaking discoveries that warranted further investigation. But some believe that's where the officially recorded story ends, and where the real, more intriguing story truly begins. What if the official report was just a carefully constructed facade? The theory posits, what if John Trump found something far more significant than what he reported? What if he stumbled upon Tesla's most guarded secrets, the secrets of manipulating time itself? Whispers of time travel, once confined to the realm of science fiction, begin to emerge from the shadows of speculation. Maybe John Trump in those dusty files discovered not just theories but actual plans, perhaps even blueprints for a time machine. Knowledge that was then carefully, secretly passed down through generations of the Trump family. Could the Trumps, armed with Tesla's time-bending secrets, have subtly, or perhaps not so subtly, influenced the course of history to their advantage? Maybe they even met Lockwood, not just as characters in a book, but in reality, planting the seeds of their own story in the very fabric of the past. It's undoubtedly a wild and speculative idea, venturing into the fringes of possibility. But when strange coincidences begin to pile up, one after another, imaginations inevitably run wild, seeking patterns and connections where others see only chance. Was Lockwood merely inspired by the events around him, or was he, perhaps unknowingly, given a glimpse, a fleeting vision of a future yet to come? The line between established fact and imaginative fiction blurs, creating a tantalizing historical mystery that begs to be unraveled. Now we return to the present, and to young Baron Trump. He's grown up in the spotlight, his life echoing the adventures of Lockwood's fictional Baron. Because of these books, Baron carries the weight of a supposed prophecy. Some wonder, is he destined for something greater? Was his father's presidency just a step in a larger plan? The idea transforms Baron from a president's son into a figure of myth and speculation. It's a heavy burden built on coincidence and conjecture. Whether he becomes a private citizen or something more, his name is forever linked to this strange tale. Sometimes, stories shape reality as much as reality shapes stories. So, what are we left with? A story too strange to ignore, too detailed to dismiss. Is it all coincidence, a 1 in a billion shot? Or is it fate, a story written in the stars? Maybe Lockwood was a psychic antenna, channeling a future he couldn't understand. Or maybe, just maybe, the Trumps unlocked Tesla's secrets and bent time itself. There's no hard evidence, just a web of names, places, and uncanny parallels. The books are real, the names are real, the locations are real. How you connect the dots is up to you. Coincidence, fate, or something more? The truth is a story that refuses to be forgotten. And somewhere in a dusty old book, another secret might be waiting. The mystery endures.